You know what time it is, guys? It's sedge hammer time. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk to you about a little something called nutsedge. And I see a lot of people on the forums, especially new people to lawn care, they don't know how to treat it. They're used to using big box store products that have 2,4-D or dicambia, some of your more basic herbicide combinations, and it will not really kill nutsedge. And that's, you know, kind of a shame because it's a problem and it can become a big problem in your yard. So one of the biggest problems is yellow nutsedge is very difficult to control. You're probably wondering why. It's important to remember that nutsedge is not a grassy weed and it's not a broadleaf weed. It's its own sedge group of weeds, undesirable weeds. So let's go into a little bit of the biology of nutsedge, all right? It's a perennial and it reproduces with tubers called nutlets, okay? So when you pull it out of the ground, there's still going to be nutlets in there that start to develop early summer, midsummer. You're probably going to start seeing your nutsedge grow up. You'll probably really start noticing it late summer, midsummer. Depends where you are and what sort of ideal conditions you have for growing nutsedge in your lawn. Nutsedge plant is going to produce hundreds of these tubers in the ground, okay? And that's really what makes it so difficult to control. It can also spread via rhizomes, which isn't that big of a deal. If you have a small area, you can just pluck it, but sometimes and often enough, it's needed to control with a special herbicide that just controls nutsedge or any of the sedges. And so one of the reasons you're going to start noticing it more this time of year, you probably started noticing it about a month ago, 6 weeks ago, maybe even before, is because it actually outcompetes your cool season grasses. So it grows faster. It's more of a warm season weed, I guess, because it does really present itself in summer. All right, so let's talk about control. In this video, I'm going to show you that I put down a product called Sedge Hammer Plus. The plus means it comes with a surfactant. If you get the non-plus, you'll need to add a surfactant to your sprayer, a non-ionized surfactant. In a pinch, you can use dish soap, and that will work. To control nutsedge is going to be by having a thick, lush stand of turf. So you want to make sure that you're doing proper practices to have a good lawn throughout the year, and that will help you eliminate some of your nutsedge problems from the get-go. All right, so the sedge hammer product that I uses a chemical called halosulferson, and there are other products that have sulfentrazone. So you've got halosulferson and sulfentrazone. These are the two basic chemicals that are going to be in your products that treat nutsedge. Like I said, I use sedge hammer on this, and I'll have some video in the background playing me spreading it. And now we've kind of got a pretty good idea of what nutsedge is. We probably should go ahead and see the results of the sedge hammer. I planned on doing 24 hours after application, but I really didn't see any results. So we're now at about 4 or 5 days after application. So let me go ahead and pluck some of these exposed nutsedge plants, and I'll show you the sort of damage that's being presented itself from the sedge hammer product. All right, so this whole area here was nutsedge, and you can see some of these places have some nutsedge here, here, here. It's pretty much all over. And let's see if it zooms in on this. I don't know if it will. You can still see some of my blue marker dye on this. But you notice the plant is starting to exhibit some spots, yellowing, whitening, some damage to it. So the product is working. It's going to be needed to be treated multiple times. I'm going to be using a Roundup product to kill my lawn, so I don't really need to continue this process. But you can see significant damage on this, and I might, you know, if I didn't kill off my lawn, I'd probably have to use multiple applications, 2 applications throughout the year to control this. And then next year, if I have a sedge problem, I'm really gonna have to look out for it and get it as soon as I see it, because as soon as I see it, I need to throw down more sedge hammer to get rid of it before it starts to produce tubers. So if you go to the big box store, there are products that will help you get rid of nutsedge. So you can use those, or you can use more of a specialty product like Sedge Hammer, like I've used. And that's going to help you start to do this. So a lot of the advice you're going to hear from people is don't pluck it. If you have a small area, you can pluck it. You're probably going to have tubers in the ground still. If you kill it with a chemical or you pluck it, you're still going to be left with these tubers in the ground, okay? And you'll have to treat again next year. It's not a big deal. You just keep treating it and it'll eventually go away. Also encourage your lawn to be thick, lush, green, healthy, and it'll be thick enough where the sedge will not be able to outcompete your cool season grass. And as always, that is the most holistic practice. Oh, this guy's over here is really getting it. That one's really dying off. It's all dying nutsedge right there. This is still looking pretty healthy. It's dying off a little bit. All right, so I hope you found this video informational. I know it's not the best of news that you'll need to treat this periodically for the next few years. Continue your holistic practice of taking care of your lawn, and that'll help. And continue to do your chemical treatments as soon as you start seeing it pop up. About, for most people, maybe late spring, definitely anytime early summer. So when you start getting those high heat temperatures, that's when you're going to want to start to look for it in the spots you've seen it before and start treating it. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you want to stick around for the renovation that starts on Monday, hit subscribe. And I'll see you later, neighbor.